So good morning, students. In the pharmacognosy class, today we are going to study about flavonoids, and this is the second unit, third part, flavonoids. So let us start with the introduction and the definition of flavonoids. What are flavonoids? Flavonoids are a group of organic compounds which include flavones, isoflavones, flavonols, and etc. They are yellow pigment called anthocyanins occurring in plant either in free state or as glycosides or associated with tannins. Large amount of flavonoids occur as water-soluble glycoside. Flavonoids are yellow solids, pure flavonols, or are colorless, soluble in water, ethanol, dilute acid, and alkali, and precipitated by lead salts. So, with this definition, we came to understand that flavonoids are group of organic compounds, which includes flavones, isoflavones, flavonols. Okay, and basically they are the color pigments associated with yellow colored pigments. We find some yellow colored things, yellow color in the plant and in the flowers and in the some substances, basically the natural products. They are just because of the pigment, yellow pigment, and that too just because it contains flavonoids, and yellow pigment present in the plant natural resources are called as anthocyanins, and they which occur in the free state or in the state of in the combination with glycoside or tannins. Okay. फ्लेवनॉल्स है येलो सॉलिड्स, प्लेन फ्लेवनॉल्स आर कलरलेस. अगर हम फ्लेवोन्स को देखें तो वो येलो सॉलिड्स हैं, और प्लेन फ्लेवोन्स को देखें तो दे आर कलरलेस. फ्लेवोन्स मींस येलो. They are soluble in water, ethanol, dilute acid, and alkali, and precipitated by lead salt. Flavones give either a dull green or red-brown color with perchloride. So this is the significant test for flavonoids, we can say. And red-brown color with perchloride. Significant quantities of flavonoids are consumed every day in our vegetable diet, providing protective effect of the body, which includes antioxidant protection of DNA and low-density lipoprotein, inhibition of platelet aggregation, modulation of inflammation, estrogenic effect, and modulation of adhesion receptor expression, which diminishes the toxic biological effect on man. Fine, so this is the uses of flavonoids which we take in our daily life, when we take consume at our daily meal. So in some amount we take flavonoids as our product. See, we sometimes when we are usually said we should not use a polished दाल. हम दाल को जो पॉलिश दाल है ऐसे नहीं खाना चाहिए, क्योंकि उसके ऊपर की जो लेयर निकल जाती है जिसमें से फ्लेवनॉइड चला जाता है ना. तो ये वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. बहुत सारी चीज़ों में फ्लेवनॉइड्स हम कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं इन एवरीडे आवर वेजिटेबल डाइट, जो हमारी बॉडी में बहुत सारे इफेक्ट दे रहा है. बेसिकली फ्लेवनॉइड्स आर यूज बिकॉज ऑफ इट्स एंटीऑक्सीडेंट प्रॉपर्टी. उसके अलावा एस्ट्रोजेनिक इफेक्ट भी है उसमें, and modulation of adhesion receptor, which diminishes the toxic biological effect on man, and they have astringent property as well. And astringents are those substances which precipitate protein. In lower molecular weight, flavonols have bitter taste. The taste has tactile sensation and is not apparent through recognition by receptase receptor. हाँ, बहुत tactile sensation है इसका flavonoids का. एक apparent सा एक faint सा एक taste है जो which is not apparent through recognition by taste. We cannot say exactly whether it is a bitter or it is a sour or sweet or somewhat acrid or something like. We cannot define the taste exactly because the tactile sensation it gives. Flavonoids are obtained from red wine, that is we get quercetin, camphorol, and anthocyanidins, and tea leaves like we get catechins, gallate esters. They are found to be useful antioxidants. Okay, so flavonoids हमें बहुत अमाउंट में रेड वाइन में मिलता है, टी में मिलता है, जो which are useful in antioxidants. So when talk about quercetin, camphorol, catechin, they all are flavonoids. Their polyphenolic nature enables them to scavenge injuries, free radicals such as superoxide and hydroxyl radicals. So this is basically what antioxidant is supposed to do. Okay, they what are antioxidant? Antioxidant वो होते हैं जो हमारे free radicals जो form होते हैं during any type of injury. We have already studied this in pathology in your previous sessions, previous semesters, that how reversible and irreversible cell injury occurs and how do you get injured and how does a cell undergo cell injury. So whenever a cell undergoes cell injury, so that's a tendency of forming generation of free radicals. Okay, so free radicals. तो अगर हम बहुत अच्छे एंटीऑक्सीडेंट हमें लेते हैं और जो एंटीऑक्सीडेंट हम कंज्यूम करते हैं वेदर इट मेडिसिन और थ्रू डेली बॉडी डाइट, तो यही एंटीऑक्सीडेंट का काम है कि वो स्कैवेंज करे उन फ्री रेडिकल्स को, सुपर ऑक्साइड्स को एंड हाइड्रोक्सिल रेडिकल्स को. Some of the flavonoid act as an antioxidant and provide defense against certain forms of cancer as well, है ना, कार्डियोवास्कुलर डिजीज के लिए. तो बहुत सारे फ्लेवोनॉइड ऐसे हैं जो एंटीऑक्सीडेंट इफेक्ट देते हैं और बहुत सारे डिफेंस एक्शन में काम आते हैं कैंसर एंड कार्डियोवास्कुलर डिजीज. Flavonol glycoside, lutein and flavone glycoside, hesperidine are included in dietary supplement as vitamin P for treating capillary bleeding. Okay, तो हम जो फ्लेवोनॉल ग्लाइकोसाइड जो कंज्यूम करते हैं उनका नाम है ल्यूटिन एंड फ्लेवोनोल ग्लाइकोसाइड का एग्जांपल है हेस्पेरिडीन, जो हम डाइटरी सप्लीमेंट में लेते हैं विटामिन पी के फॉर्म में. इट ट्रीट कैपिलरी ब्लीडिंग को कम करने में, रोकने में हेल्प करता है. Chemically they are partially alkylated hydroxyl flavonols, that is 2-phenyl 4-chrome, and hydroxyl group may be present in 3, 4, 5 position and methyl group are present at 3 and 5 positions. So let us see the structure of flavonoids. Okay, so this is chromone and that is acylated hydroxyl flavones. Okay, and this is flavone. So this is your chromone and this is your flavone. Okay, so this is the structure of flavonoid. So flavonoids may exist as C-glycosides derivative as well as O-glycoside derivative. So let us understand what is this word means, C-glycoside and O-glycoside. So let me tell you the definition of glycoside, that glycosides are the product which are formed by the reunion of glycon and aglycon portion. Okay, so glycon portion is sugar part and aglycon portion is a non-sugar part. Fine. So these are the two groups which combine together, aglycon and glycon portion combine together to form a glycoside. And when they combine together, there are a number of units which join together these glycosides. So they can be a carbon linkage, they can be oxygen linkage, they can be a nitrogen linkage, they can be a sulfur linkage. So these are the glycosides depending upon the linkage. Okay. So flavones may exist. The flavone kind of glycoside may exist in the form of C-glycoside and O-glycoside. Example is vitrixin and isovitrixin. When hydrolyzed with mineral acids, when these glycosides are hydrolyzed, flavones give aglycon on one or more molecule of sugar. So when so this is basically when a glycoside get breakdown or hydrolyzed. So there are two parts has removed as a glycon and aglycon. So when flavones are hydrolyzed with mineral acid, they give aglycon, flavones as aglycon, and another one or more molecule of sugar. The sugar are generally glucose and amylose. So this is C-glycoside or O-glycoside. Some common example of flavones and flavones are cricin and luteolin. So these are the major type of glycoside. Okay, so this is flavone and this is cricin and this is luteolin. So these are the common examples of flavones as flavones, flavone and flavones. Okay, now coming to isolation of flavones. Earlier, isolation means, I have already told you that when we talk about isolation, so we generally say that extraction is completely different. Okay, extraction means when you extract a drug with a particular solvent, so you're making sure that drug is exhausted with particular solvent. Now you go for the isolation means if it contains flavonoid, we have to separate out flavones or separate out flavonoids. Okay. So earlier thin layer chromatography and paper chromatography, electrophoresis were major separation technique for phenolics. TLC is still the workhorse of flavonoid analysis, है ना? Still TLC बहुत हम अच्छे यूज करते हैं flavonoids के लिए, because TLC और पेपर में कैसा होता है, when we go for testing, when we go for checking whether a drug contains flavonoid or not, or it contains the type of this compound. So TLC और पेपर में flavonoid बहुत अच्छे नजर आते हैं, because it shows the color pigments, तो बहुत अच्छे से colors दिखते हैं, फ्लोरोसेंस कलर्स दिख सकते हैं. सो अभी भी हमारे चॉइस ऑफ जो एनालिसिस के लिए हम यूज करते हैं आइसोलेशन भी, इसको वी गो फॉर TLC एंड पेपर. For the phenolic compound in plant extract and fraction work, TLC use a simple, rapid and versatile method. Okay, thin layer chromatography is the most simple, rapid and versatile method. Recently, majority of research use qualitative and quantitative application of HPLC for analysis. And by coupling HPLC with ultraviolet mass, nuclear magnetic resonance detector, fluorides can be easily separated, quantified and identified. So if you couple this HPLC, high performance liquid chromatography, to ultraviolet, UV or mass or nuclear magnetic resonance detectors, okay, so you can separate out flavonoids very easily. You can quantify how much amount of the extract is containing the specified amount of flavonoids. How we say this, how much we have already studied that when we read the biological source, that Pincatharanthus roseus contain not less than 0.1% or 1% of total alkaloids. Okay, this how we came to know. That means हमें पता है कि इतने amount of drug में इतना % of drug तो हमें मिलता ही है if a drug is a well cropped, a good quality of drug. Okay, so by through this method you can easily quantify, identify and separate the flavonoids. So what we are supposed to do? The plant material containing flavones is digested with boiling water, and the extract is diluted with water and treated with lead acetate to press the tannin impurities. So first of all, you have to get the material, proper shade drying is done to ensure that none of the pigment get evaporated in the sun. So when we get the raw material, we make sure that it should be shade dried, and when it is shade dried, we are supposed to digest it with boiling water. And this method, boiling the drug with water, is known as decoction. And then what we get from the extract, when you filter that extract, you get a dilute. When again you're going to dilute with water, and you're going to treat this extract with lead acetate, the tannin impurities get precipitated. The mixture is filled to remove the precipitate and dilute with water. The mixture is then again filtered to separate out the tannins, and again you have to add diluted with water. Then you have to acidify it with HCl. Boil for some times. Again, you have to get it boiled for some times. As a result, precipitation of sugar-free flavonols and flavonols occur. So once you get the tannin impurity precipitated, you filter it. Then again add water. Then you have to add amount of HCl just to acidify it. Then you have to boil it for some times. Then just when you're going to boil with it, this extract, then you get sugar-free flavones and flavonols occurs. Flavones and flavonols occur. The precipitate of the pigment is extracted with alcohol. Then you have to extract this with alcohol, and it has then purified by carrying out fractional crystallization. Then you have to go for fractional crystallization process of its acetate or by crystallization from some organic solvent. Okay, so you can go for the fractional crystallization process of its acetates जो हमें मिलेगा, or crystallization of some organic solvent, like you can go for using benzene, carbon disulfide and alcohol. Okay, so this was all about extraction of flavonoids. So what you're supposed to do, you have to make sure that you get the drug. It should not be dried in sun. Okay, so you're making sure that drug should be shaded dried, then digested with boiling water. Then you have to filter it. Onto this filtrate, you have to treat it with lead acetate. Lead acetate precipitate the tannin impurities. Then again you have to filter it to remove the tannin impurities. Then you have to put water. Then you have to put HCl to acidify it. Again boil for some time. That this results in precipitation of sugar-free flavones and flavonoids. Then you precipitate the pigment by extracting it with alcohol. and then you have to purify it either by fractional crystallization. For this, you can go for solvent using like benzene, carbon disulfide, or alcohol. Now, purification, the separation and purification. So this is you get the extract. Okay, by the upper process, you get the extract of flavonoids. Now you have to separate out different kind of flavonoids, flavonols. Okay, flavonones. You have to separate it. Okay, so this is a purification of flavones. So there were various technique of separation has been done, like paper chromatography, a simple and convenient method for separating and purifying flavones on mg scale. Okay, milligram scale, you can separate out. Okay. A concentrated volume of a plant material, like with whether you have treated with alcohol or methanol, extract is obtained. So for paper chromatography, the stationary phase is Boltzmann filter paper. Boltzmann filter paper use करते हैं, special type of filter paper है. You are not supposed to touch that filter paper with your finger, because when you touch that paper with your finger or with your hands, तो उससे हमारा जो paper है वो block हो जाता है. So sample cannot run on over it. Separation is very difficult. So you are supposed to hold that paper very carefully, making sure that your hands are not on the paper. You have to place the paper under another paper's plain white paper, and making sure that it should not touch by your hand. Then you have to mark the baseline on the bottom part, and you have to, on the top of the paper, you have to make sure that thread has to be tied on the top end, so that you can hang the paper on your solvent jar. On the baseline, you have to mark 2 points of one of your sample and of your standard, and then you have to saturate the paper with the solvent, and then you have to take out the RF value. RF value is defined as the distance traveled by the solvent upon distance traveled by the solute upon distance traveled by the solvent. Okay, so what you have to remember in the paper chromatography, that what is the stationary phase? Stationary phase क्या होता है? Boltzmann filter paper है. Solvent phase, we have to go for different type of solvent system to separate them. The initial separation of flavonol present in the concentrate is performed, and the individual bands after elution and concentration are further fractioned and finally purified. Okay? Initial separation of flavonol present in the concentrate is performed. जो initial separation है तो उसके बाद हम individual band के साथ में elution करते हैं कि अलग-अलग जो band आया उसको अलग-अलग elution methods पे लेके जाते हैं. Method मतलब उसमें उसी paper कट ताकि अलग-अलग separate हो जाए. Okay. Another method is TLC, that is thin layer chromatography. For this, you need a glass slide of TLC plate. The multi-layer of microcrystalline cellulose are employed using the solvent system in a paper chromatography. Okay, it is a more sensitive method than paper chromatography of separation flavors. There is a mistake in the printing that it should be as in TLC. Okay, so it may be more sensitive. होता है. तो हम बेसिकली अभी हम लैब लेवल पे हमने बहुत बार प्रैक्टिकल किए हैं. तो हम TLC में what we go through, we generally use gypsum as when we go for silica gel G. So it contains gypsum which bind that cellulose, that your silica gel to the TLC plate. Here we are going to use microcrystalline cellulose and a proper solvent system which will elute your spot. It is more sensitive than paper chromatography for separation of flavors. Okay. Then column chromatography. This method is generally used for large scale separation of flavor. When you go for large amount of separation, okay, you need to have the more amount of sample as well. You need a bed of sample. You have to place in the column along with making the preparation of the column with the proper stationary phase. What's the difference between paper, TLC and column is that paper you are using Boltzmann filter paper as a stationary phase. In case of TLC, you are using a TLC plate. And in case of column, as the name column indicates that it has a column. Okay, there is a proper column chromatography column, and this column you have to prepare. In this column, you have to fill the column with your proper stationary phase. Okay. So then when once the filling is done, a proper filling, there should be no gap, there should be no aeration, making sure that after filling it allows the solvent to pass through it. Okay, so you need a proper amount of preparation of solvent, and you need a proper amount of sample as well. So you can say a large scale of separation can be done. The absorbent used are polyamide cellulose. Okay, तो जो भी absorbent use करते हैं उसमें हम flavonoids के लिए go for polyamides and cellulose. Another method for purification is gas liquid chromatography. Divatized flavones and are isolated and analyzed by this method. So this was for today. I hope we are unable to explain you, give the introduction of what are flavonoids. So we'll be continuing the classification of flavonoids in the next class. Thank you so much for today.